Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We won Greedier mode last time, which was like news to me. For all the complaints, people have said, like maybe the final boss just doesn't work. It doesn't take damage right now. I still sort of feel like we should take a crack at that. Because we did a Greedier mode run, we did a challenge run. I think we should just try to knock out like a classic run. Dare I? No, you know what? We've had short runs lately. Let's do a run as a character that is, you know, and has a chance to be a little bit longer. We'll play as Maggie because we just unlocked Maggie starting with a speed upgrade pill. There you go. Can I raise a question? Instead of giving Maggie a speed upgrade pill when you complete a challenge, why don't you just raise her speed? Sure, there's a couple of cases you can make. One of them is you could do something else with that pill. If you're happy with Maggie's speed, you could decide, you know what, I'm gonna save that pill until I get the D20, the D4, a 2 or a 3 room. You know, there are a couple of ways, I suppose, that you can make that happen. It just seems like a really weird reward. And also, I mean, from an intellectual standpoint, which is my way of saying not that this is right, but rather that this is way too needlessly analytical without actually, you know, warranting that kind of approach. But why make Maggie easier for players who have already proved that they're decent? You know, I'm not saying they should make Maggie harder. It's just kind of a weird reward to offer when, you know, I want something not necessarily that makes the game easier, but something that makes the game more fun. And to be fair, actually a speed upgrade on Maggie so she's not horrendous does make the game more fun. But maybe I'm taking a needlessly analytical approach here, and I should just kick back, relax, have a good time. I could see that being foreseeable, or being attainable. We do have a good start to this run. If we end up getting ripped off by the fact that there's a bug, life goes on, you know? Again, I take a very long form, you know, almost heptapodish view of The Binding of Isaac and The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus specifically. We're going to be playing this game for a long time. One wonky run in the whole scheme of things, I actually love the concept of. Because that was so good. One wonky run creates a situation that is unique. You know, eventually the game is going to be fixed. First off, we might not encounter the bug, but if we do, eventually the game's going to be fixed. In the archive will exist this one weird run from when it was a little busted. So in a way, I almost treat it as like a, I don't know, like a mark of dedication or something. For better and or for worse. That there will be like, we're in a unique situation, is what I'm trying to say here in as many words. Purity actually gives us a huge tier bonus. And then we were able to circumvent the usual tier cap as a result of the cancer trinket as well. So our rate of fire is ridiculous right now. It's actually, it's faster than it can be without something that lowers your tier delay past the point where it can be lowered, I think. Because normally the standard tier delay is 5. 5 what? 5, you know, tangerines? 5 Fatsuma oranges? Did I say Fatsuma? 5 Satsuma oranges? 5 mandarin oranges, 5 clementines. I don't know why they've all got to be the same varieties of citrus fruit, but no, just 5 somethings. 5, you know, quarks. That's a real thing. It's hard to think of a fake word. Because you're like, no, real word, science term, accidental, racial slur. Like, you really got to tread carefully when you're coming up with some fake verbiage here. But if you want to get, and it took me a long time to conceptualize this, but if you want to more easily conceptualize the tier delay, missing HUD, or found HUD as it is in this game, is like the best way to do that without a doubt. Being able to be like, okay, I've picked up 6 tiers upgrades and my tiers are not actually getting any better, and then see that and then suss out why is a really cool concept. No rerolls, hard habit to get over. We don't really want Callus, of course. We will take the Ace of Clubs. I figured we'd try the pill, and the range downgrade like that is not that bad. With a pretty high speed stat right now, definitely our deal with the devil enabler is going to be black powder. So we're going to take black powder. I don't want to reroll that stuff into bombs, but I will reroll these into bombs. One of them became a troll bomb, which is a bummer. I think, first off, Ruka, enter the room, Ruka. Please, like, hurry, though, because it's getting a little ridiculous. I don't think we get a key piece for this, but we are reasonably strong. I don't want to blow up this blue fire, because it's actually much smarter to just get the angel to walk into the blue fire repeatedly, and then we can blow it up afterwards. Oh, and also black powder, but I don't think black powder hurts flying enemies. It's something we should know by now. Either way, this is working out really well so far. And we're about to succeed indefinitely. Please, God, just hurry up. Okay, thank you. No key piece. We got that. We'll blow this up. I'm looking for secret rooms because, honestly, we're, like, ahead of schedule right now. You wanna sit with me up here on the desk? You can sit with me up here on the desk. Don't play with that thermometer, though. Okay. Secret room, probably. Fair. That would have found it. It was slightly off-center, but it would have found it. We'll go up here, then. It's probably just to our left. Basically, we're doing this because we're ahead of schedule. And, again, I should know by now, but I cut myself some slack because we're early on here. In the game's lifespan, that is. Or the expansion's lifespan. But I don't know if we need to beat Hush to get to the Void fight as Maggie. I don't know if you unlock that shortcut to the Void as everybody when you beat the Hush, or just as the character you beat the Hush with. But either way, you know, I'm not going to sweat it too much, because we're fairly well versed at getting through that now at this point in our Isaac lifespan. If we can't, you know, make a good run work and get to Hush, well, you know, we got bigger problems, basically. We get in the shop for the cost of a bomb, but honestly, our bombs are pretty special to us. Hey, is it even a shop? That could be a library, Ruka. It is a library, and that's very good. Satanic Bible is awesome for us right now. So we're going to take Satanic Bible, and we're going to pop this, and we're going to pop this, and we're going to move along here. So we really should be using black powder constantly. It's extremely good. We're so fast. Where did our other... Oh, we probably got hit, and then we got a stat bonus from Purity, which is going to give us the easy way out there to get black powder enabled. So, maybe not on every room, but on a lot of rooms, we should be making black powder work. Like, it's not appropriate right now. I'll take things I heard in school every day for 1,000. Ryan, that's not appropriate right now. What do you know? Little horn, science. Again, I don't really know what this does, except give us, I think, a special tier every now and then. That was not worth it. But that might be good enough to justify its existence, depending on how special that tier actually is. Oh my god, I can't get it completed! Now I'm just doing the black powder stuff for, like, for novelty's sake here. It is sensible to use it to kill the mushrooms, but only if it actually kills the mushrooms. But luckily, we can afford to be a little lackadaisical in our approach right now because of the fact that we have... yeah, we'll do this. Because of the fact that we have Satanic Bible, so... Put that down, and of course, immediately we're fighting flying enemies. I'm going to keep Bob's brain because, honestly, our damage right now is horrendous. 3.50 with a not amazing tier delay, and that's particularly bad because of the fact that we have the cancer trinket. So the fact that we have a bad tier stat right now is quite sobering. The fucking magnet. I was moving away from it, but I wasn't moving away from it fast enough. Completely my bad, but still. Bummer, dude. That's a bummer. Good, yeah. Alright, so we're going to be a little slow coming out of this floor, I think. I'm noticing our DPS in particular, now that we're fighting a greater class of enemy, is a little bit on the suboptimal side. Bob's brain is going to help bridge that gap until we can, you know, bridge it ourselves. Bridget, Bridget. She had a diary, Bridget. Does she love Hugh Grant? Does she love Firth? Haven't seen the movies after the first. That's Bridget, Bridget. That's a song about Bridget Jones' Diary. The seminal romance from the late 90s and early 2000s. I mean, Blue Candle's got some temptations. I'm not gonna dispute that with you. Blue Candle would be nice. As would Jar of Flies, actually. But I think we're gonna roll a defensive item. It just seems as is tradition with Maggie, right? Keep that defensive item. Should probably save the death card, even though I already used it. We probably should have saved the death card to use it on enemies that are of a more avian nature. By all known laws of aviation, a fat bat tomo fly should not be able to fly. Their little wings just shouldn't... Look, I've never seen B-movie, alright? I'm almost 30 years old. I don't need to watch B-movie. It's like that Larry David quote from Curb Your Enthusiasm. No, I don't watch Wizards of Waverly Place. I'm an adult. I'm not even insulting Witches of Waverly Place. I'm just like, here's the thing. Here's the genesis of your average meme. Take something you loved in your childhood, add 8 years. Then bring it back with ironic reverence. This is how, you know, We Are Number One came back, B-movie, Somebody Ring the Dinkster, you know. Lazy Town, it's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. Mixed with Lil Jon. It's just nostalgia filtered through a self-aware lens. Not every meme, but a lot of memes are just nostalgia filtered through a self-aware lens. So, as someone getting on the older side of things, I've already passed the first wave of nostalgia, you know? When the Ninja Turtles are nostalgic, when the Power Rangers are nostalgic, I'm right there with you. But now people are nostalgic for stuff that I was too old for, and I gotta put on a facade. I ain't ever seen Arthur in my day. I was slightly too old for it. SpongeBob SquarePants, I thought I was slightly too old for, and thus missed out on humor that honestly probably would have been fun. Like, I thought SpongeBob SquarePants was a stupid show, but it was really me that was stupid, and I was like, you know, 14, and like, I don't want to waste my time watching a stupid kid's show. I'm reading The Selfish Gene right now. I'm an intellectual, right? Like, I missed out on that by being by taking myself too seriously. But we're now in like a second or third wave kind of nostalgia situation that I find it, I have to relate to artificially. But it's working out, you know, and honestly, Dan's keeping me honest there, which I appreciate. He's linking me to like World Star Hip Hop videos and stuff like that, and then I watch this and I go, Daniel, can you explain to me why the two, you know, young gentlemen in the Burger King here are having fisticuffs? And he says, well, one of them insulted the other one's shoes. And I say, okay, what is this Yeezys they're talking about? And then he explains to me that, you know, the sneakerhead culture that's really popped off recently. And then all of a sudden, you know, 6 months later in an NLSS, I'm like, yeah, dude, that's like getting punched in the BK Lounge for wearing your Yeezys wrong. And then everyone goes like, wow, how is he so current? It's a constant struggle. It's a constant struggle. And then I got Austin on the other side linking me to Potion Seller, which is perfect. Okay, we're on the Flooded Caves too. Slow. About a minute slower than we should be, and not really raising our DPS, but getting closer to, you know, Beelzebub transformation, which I guess helps a little bit. And, you know, I do think Bob's Brain was fairly doubtlessly the right choice. I'm going to pop this just because I am going to use... I'm going to use 2 keys on this room. So we could have saved it for later and maybe gotten greater value, but it's fine for now. We could... Oh, we've got the cancer, like, tear delay aura right now, which is great. 67% chance of a deal with the devil. Our aura's going to be all fucked up here because we're going to take a bunch of damage, but I still think it's the right decision. So, use that. Come on, dude. Hit me with a damage upgrade. We're taking a lot of time out of our schedule here to make this happen, so if you could hit me up with a damage upgrade, I would love you, and you did, and now we are close to Spun as well, and when we left, just by the grace of Edmund and Tyrone, we've been granted the Tear Delay Aura, which immediately I squandered. Okay. It is substantial. Like, when I get hit with the Tear Delay Aura and it gets taken from me, our rate of fire is halved, which is pretty bad. Like, that's a catastrophic change. Probably we're safe to do this. And our rate of fire, I don't even want to think about, like, if we didn't have the cancer trinket, where we'd be, but we do have the cancer trinket, thankfully. And we're doing fine on consumables. This is around the time you want to be out of this floor in order to be making time for boss rush. But again, I'm lazily using my boss rush model in order to predict when we should be there for Hush. But you don't need 5 minutes per floor on the womb. Oftentimes you'll have some sort of mapping by that point, or you know, you'll have somehow gotten strong enough to make it work. Oh, that was so bad. Well, we just lost our range aura. Sucks to be me, I guess. I sure hope that the game doesn't give us stupid, like, something stupid like a tear delay aura, and instead they give... Oh, yeah, we do have the tear delay aura. Nice! They bought it! Suckers. Okay, now protect this aura at all costs. Black powder is way less valuable than what we actually have on display right now. I would like to do boss rush, particularly because we have a teleport card right now, but non-essential. Finger, it's okay. I think this item is cooler than it is good, but having the ability to deal damage at range can help us out in a lot of situations. It's kind of the essence of a lot of Isaac runs, the ability to deal damage at range, you know. I would say maybe almost every Isaac run. Oh, god damn it. Such a waste. Beautiful. Had to move back slightly to not get hit by Bob's brain. I think we've been dodging poorly, but playing okay. As much as that might sound like those are conflicting thoughts. Sure. I don't think we even want a something's wrong pill. I think it's like a lemon mishap, but worse. Okay, they've made changes to Big Horn, so he's not supposed to be as big of an asshole as he used to be. Which is great news, honestly. It looks like the portals kind of like manifest more slowly, and the hands come out one at a time instead of both. Oh, or they give you just a longer delay to get out of the way. I mean, to be honest with you, that delay seems a little too long, but, you know, you gotta read the room sometimes before you make criticisms, and after complaining about how unfairly difficult this boss may or may not be, probably not the right time to say, like, well, you made the tier delay too long. You know, we'll just say thank you for now, and then we'll work out the particulars later. I almost got used to it there and made a mistake, so it's possible. It's still pretty tanky, but maybe it's also that this run is kind of, like, not that good, so... leaving me in a bit of a jacked up situation. We're going to be about a floor behind schedule, which is where I'm gonna start to get a little scared about being able to make it to Hush in time, but we might not even need to make it to Hush in time. This is a no-brainer. Like, I'm sorry to inform you that this is how we're gonna do this. We're grinding for unlocks now. So yeah, I'm taking Brimstone. You know, our rate of fire is bad and our damage is bad. There's no way I'm not taking Brimstone. There's no way I'm not taking both Guppy items in order to make that happen as well. Given the 33%... Wait, are we on Run Depths 1? Given the 33% Devil chance, I'm gonna make a suboptimal play in the interest of becoming Guppy immediately. I mean, I hate to do it, but I don't really, because this was a shrewd play. I know you're gonna be saying take a Thame or no balls. You know what? No balls. We're grinding an unlock right now. You want to see me do 15 Maggie runs to get, you know, Maggie starts with a shot speed increase. That's an unfair characterization, but maybe we'll get a sweet item for beating this as Maggie. I don't know. Stranger things have happened. Bomb for a bomb. Great opportunity to reference Kid Rock, but under advisement of my lawyers, I'm going to abstain from that and move along. I don't know what it is. I think we've seen it. Armored something. Metal plate. It itches. So we got an HP upgrade. And maybe there's something more to this item than meets the eye, but I don't know. We're about to find out. And by we're about to find out, I mean if you look in the comments, someone in the comments will probably be nice enough to let you know. Now we can get into, like, old school, and by old school I mean Afterbirth, Isaac runs. Look at this. We're going to be on pace for boss rush with a teleport card. We can do boss rush, we can do Hush, we can do whatever our little heart desires here. And now I will be slightly disappointed if we end up losing this run to a bug. I'm unfairly, by the way, like, talking about this bug. This bug's never happened to me. And honestly, from my perspective, all the Rebirth and Rebirth-esque DLC launches have been relatively smooth. You know, I've never lost a save. Sinvicta has. I'm not saying it's his fault. Quite the opposite. You know, I'm just saying, you know, there but for the grace of God go I. What's going on with this devil chance here? If you hold Book of Sin, you have a 7% higher chance to get a... Why use it? If you hold Book of Sin, you have a 7% higher chance to get a deal with the devil? Or Book of Revelations? No? Okay. I don't know what's causing that. That's alright. You know, I didn't lose anything when Afterbirth or Rebirth came out. You know, it's just always worked for me. So I count myself pretty lucky there. Maybe we will be bereft of this bug as well. Relax. I found pills. Are you a wizard? One makes you small. One makes you small. Okay. Well, this is ridiculous. We're real tiny. But we have big tears. Also, our coconut gun. Why do we have double shots now? Something to do with metal plate, maybe? I don't know. Our brimstone gun shoots in spurts. If it hits you, it's gonna hurt. M-A-G-G-I-E. Maggie. Maggie baby's here. Am I proud of that? No, but, you know, it's the things you gotta do to stay current in you know, today's modern meme-heavy ecosystem. Well, she's finally here, and about time too. She's the slowest member of the Isaac crew. She may not have speed. Wait, she has no speed. She has no coconut gun. But her coconut gun shoots in spurts. I don't want to, like, spend too much time here just in case this is the wrong direction, but... Sure, that's, you know... We did right by the game there, I think. And we can still make it to boss rush. I would love to do boss rush. I think we can do boss rush with this damage, with the fact that we're guppying, you know, get out of there in time. But we'll play it by ear. Again, I don't know where these double shots are coming from, but sign me up for more of that. That is some good shit right there, right there. Sign me up for more of that shit right there. This is like a mini... That's not Bumbo. What is that? I mean, Money Equals Power is the right play. Lil Monstro. Ain't he cute? BFF was a great pickup, by the way. I hope that... Oh, it does work with the finger. Okay. If you think that Mom's Knife ruins Brimstone, like, we need to have a long talk. Because I am shooting knives out of my face. I am shooting knives out of my face. It's a beautiful... thing. If you can't appreciate that beauty, like, this is a synergy that we've asked for forever. If Mom's Knife, Brimstone, and Guppy are going to show up on every single run, you know, they should synergize with one another. They should also have a coconut gun. So far, so good. I mean, obviously, this is going to be fine. We're going to... If you can't make it out of boss rush in this situation, like, we need to have a long talk about, like, you know... where you're at in your life. Like, do you know how to use a computer? It's okay if you don't. Like, we'll work through it together. But, like, it's WASD to move, arrow keys to shoot, and try not to touch enemies. If you can handle that, I think you're going to be able to get through this boss rush, no problems with this item combination. Maybe I'm underestimating it, though. It's a lot easier if you have a coconut gun that shoots in spurts. I had invincibility there. I should have paid better attention. Could have gotten a lot of damage out of that. And I'm still using black powder just because I actually like this item and with 2 speed. And I think this is 2 speed without the aura helping us because we just got a bunch of speed upgrades. You know, 2 speed ain't no joke. If we can get that black powder damage and it's like reasonably close to being passive, we should take advantage of it. The Bob's brain missed? Are you kidding me, man? I can't look at the cage anymore and not see, like, a roast beast for Christmas dinner. Holy light? I mean, we'll take it. This ended up being excellent, by the way. Going down to Shoal, of course. This ended up being excellent, you know. We got out of there in like 2 minutes. We can definitely do the Hush fight. If we don't have to do the Hush fight, we'll just go straight to Void and try to make it work. I think that certainly we should be strong enough to make this happen. And honestly, apart from Blast Assist Room, that I think was bullshit, and apart from the run that I just fucked up by being an idiot on that, I think it was Kane, we've been doing pretty well in Afterbirth Plus so far. Like, I'm really pleased with the way that our progress has gone for the most part. It hasn't always been a smooth ride. I've made my mistakes. I brought you fame and fortune and everything that goes with it, and I thank you all. But it's been no bed of roses, and it has been no pleasure cruise. I ask you. Okay, let's move along here. Beautiful. I mean, we're going through rooms so quickly at this point. It's comical. Probably should not have taken that damage right there, but I am a very small man. Like, not only in real life, I'm extremely petty, unforgiving, resentful, holds a grudge. But I'm also like I'm a small person in this game right now. Like, oh, yeah, mom transformation. It's okay because we have invincibility, so maybe we can get some value out of the knives, but I mean, though we already have some knives. But you're still happy to have the mom transformation over just a base range upgrade, you know? Gives you a second knife out the back, yeah. Is that worth anything? No, in most situations, probably not. For now, I gotta admit, like, you know, we got Brimstone on April's Fool after we died once. We got an amazing run that turned us into Guppy real quick on that greedier mode run as Samson. And now, like, Brimstone, Mom's Knife, and Satanic Bible, and Guppy on our Maggie run here has got me feeling like almost a little self-conscious about the high quality of items that we've had. In spite of that, I ain't ever gonna stop. There is looping in the game now as well. I've been asked to loop once by the video game. I think it only happens on the Darkroom path. We're gonna definitely, like, that would be maybe the ideal way to do streaks. Well, not streaks, but like, it could be a novel streak. Like, do a double run. I'm assuming that it gets harder as you go along. Otherwise, you know, the first few floors of any looped run are gonna be pretty freaking easy. But I definitely need to do some looping in videos. Right now, I'm kind of on a roll. Like, I play it by ear. And the runs are going strong. I'm going to continue working on, like, oh, my Atlanta. I'm going to continue working on getting progress. And I think that, you know, I have a good reason to do that. If we start to, you know, run out of momentum in that direction for one reason or another, definitely I could see myself trying to do some looped runs. A run like this, for example, seems pretty freaking good to loop. Good to loop, I alone am the one you go. It's a classic song from 2000. Whatever happened to these guys? We have no other trinket available, so we'll take Hive Mind, which is a sensible pickup. 2 of diamonds, beautiful. I mean, Smelter's awesome if we can get a second trinket. Oh, no, wait, I'm an idiot. Smelter just... I imbibe the trinket and put it inside of my own body. So that's, actually excellent. And then curved horn as well? We can have cancer and curved horn at the same time. What a world. I don't know if we even want either of these, but I don't know if there's any way to get around it. No battery charge, sadly, so we might have to hold curved horn. I think that's okay. Do you give me anything? A slight range increase and a marked shot speed downgrade. So, probably not worth it, but getting curved horn and being able to hold the effect of the cancer trinket in spite of having curved horn, that's really your trinket dream. Now, the more the merrier when it comes to trinkets as well, but do I really want to get rid of Satanic Bible in advance of a fight against a boss that I've really only fought like 3 times? That seems like a recipe for getting bad results and then being a little ornery about it. So, I think to preclude the salt, I'm going to I'm gonna just handle things the way that you would handle them if this was your first time. I need the salt anyway. I need that salt preserved internally so that I can actually de-ice these Vancouver sidewalks during, you know, the rare winter we're having here. By the way, I tweeted a picture. And I was like, man, Vancouver really needs to de-ice these fucking sidewalks. It's like a skating rink out here. Whenever anybody tweets about the weather, I'm going to give you a great tip to be an adult that people like. Don't tweet them and go, and then this goes for real life if they're just, you know, talking to you in like old-fashioned meat space, if you will. Authentic Bulgarian meat space. But you don't have to go, oh, that's cute. You find your weather unpleasant? Well, I willingly chose to live at the North Pole, and, whoa, I would kill for minus 40 degrees Celsius whiteout conditions that, you know, only lead to 10% of the population getting into car accidents every year. Over here, literally millions of people die from being frozen in ice instantly as soon as they walk out. So that doesn't make you look good. That makes you look petty. And also, why do you live there? That's... Though, you can't just ask people why they live places. Well, it seems like the weather's cataclysmic. Move to Ecuador or something. It's between like 15 and 21 degrees Celsius at all times. Anyway, first off, it just makes it sound like you don't know how to choose a place to live. Secondly, I've lived through some cataclysmic winters in Ontario. Look, is a winter in Ontario as bad as a winter in, like, you know, above the Arctic Circle in Norway? No, of course not. That's just, you know, science. That's Earth science, man. But I've lived through these, like, minus 30 degrees Celsius, minus 40 degrees Celsius temperatures. School canceled because if you walk outside, you know, without gloves on for 45 seconds, you can lose your fingers. Like, I've lived through that. Vancouver, when it snows, and it snowed here like 7 times in December, is worse because nobody knows how to drive, very few people have snow tires, and nobody salts or shovels the sidewalk. So it actually becomes like a nightmare just to walk around. You know, people, they're like, I'm not going to buy a snow shovel. Rightfully so. It snows like once every 3 years. I'm not going to buy a shovel just to shovel once every 3 years. So what ends up happening is that, you know, there's no infrastructure to deal with snow. And as a result, it ends up being bad. If you live in a place, you know, like Ottawa, for example, or, you know, Red Deer, Manitoba, which is actually in Alberta. They got plows. Everybody knows, okay, get the snow tires out. When you're driving in the snow, you know, follow the tire tracks in the car in front of you, etc., etc. Here, it is like, what is this shit that's falling from the air? Like, different places, you know, the snow's going to be better or worse. The conditions are going to be better or worse based on, you know, how often they deal with it and the infrastructure that they have to deal with it or not have to deal with it. So, on a physical, biological level, yeah, it's like -1 outside. I could live outside and survive, although I'd be uncomfortable. But yeah, you got me there. But you also, you know, you live in a city where people actually own winter jackets. Whereas here, people are like, I just wear my hoodie outside. Like, it's just, we're ill-equipped to deal with the cold here because of the fact that it doesn't get that cold and it doesn't snow that often. Like, how would you feel like you live in, you know, Red Deer, or you live in Halifax, and you get a fucking hurricane, and then someone from Florida tweets you and goes, oh, what is that, a Category 3 hurricane? Blew down your house? Well, we get hurricanes all the time. I remember when I lived through, you know, Hurricane Methuselah. It was a Category 54 storm, and everyone I ever knew and loved lost their houses. How would that make you feel? Make you feel like, you know, you don't like that person very much. I'm just reflecting back at you. I love you all. Not just because, you know, your viewership pays my bills and existence on this planet, but also because I've lived on the internet long enough to know that, you know, that's just the way that people make conversation. I'm just saying that for other people's standpoints, don't try to big shot somebody about the weather. You're not Mother Nature. Just say that's fucked up, dude. People should buy shovels. You've got to commiserate. Have we defeated this? Oh, there's the ARG. We are trapped in Static Town. Oh, is this the bug that just ends the game? Or have we won? We've won! Okay, well, easy enough. I will say it's 32 degrees in my room right now. Don't even start with me if you live in, you know, the deserts of Qatar. It's fucking hot, okay? But I could probably take my hoodie off. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. And I'll see you next time.